Welcome to another episode of The Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
The window isn't working. I'll fix it. I had a gal, she was pretty as gal. She turned me on, then turned me loose. Now she won't even be my pal. Silly like a goose. Silly like a goose, y'all. Silly you are, silly you'll always be. Oh, the cure for life will kill you, boys. Gather round, let's make some noise. On Tuesday in this town. Well, I go to town and walk around. In the middle of the town there hangs a noose. Hangman wears a black evening gown. Silly like a goose. Silly like a goose, yo. Silly you are, silly you'll always be. Oh, the cure for life will kill you, boys. Gather round, let's make some noise. Everything happens on Tuesday in this town. Westward train almost caught that thing by the caboose. Now I'm sleeping out in the rain, silly like a goose. Silly like a goose, yo. Silly you are, silly you'll always be. Cause the cure for life will kill you, boys. Gather round, let's make some noise. Everything happens on Tuesday in this town. Woo! Yeah, the cure for life will kill you, boys. Everything happens on Tuesday in this town. Tuesday!
I see a lot of good cloud waving. If you don't have a cloud, this is your opportunity. Yes, we know it's a paper plate. We know it's just a stick with a paper plate. We're going to call it a plate. People of Ruby's Arcade, congratulations, you're here. Thank you for coming on this rainy evening. Here is the simple yet concise rules of Bingo is Life.
Do you know what? I'm going to actually welcome you, though.
Oh,
Welcome aboard, folks. This is what we call Bingo is Life.
I just got back from that scene right there. That what you just saw there, those are the Howdy Shell brothers. And boy, they are just a wonderful pair. They work so well together. Their harmonies are sweet. Their wit is their repartee is. I just don't even know if you get that anywhere other than brothers. I just really had a blast. What they do is they host this every Tuesday. Bingo is Life. Kether and I went. We played a couple of rounds of bingo. Just seeing this arcade, everything about it was just a delight. Ruby's Arcade, never been there. All these old video games from my childhood, free to play. A little Hubert action, a little Defender. Did a little Pitfall. I made the rounds. Made a great shot in on a pool table, and did not win the bingo, but it was just a pure delight. And then after they do a few rounds of bingo, thrown in with some other games that they play, which is super fun, then they do a podcast in the back corner of the arcade. And listening to their podcast before going in, I had no comprehension of the cacophony that was going on in the background behind them. And it's just, I was very surprised by that. I was like, whoa, y'all do that podcast in here? I never detected that. So then we just sat down and had a very fun conversation for their podcast afterwards. And just thanks for having me. How much fun was that? Very inspiring. I don't know. Bingo is life. And there could be a Stanton branch of that. It's a whole thing. I don't know. I'd have to see if one of my brothers would rise to the occasion, because I feel like that's part of the secret sauce. Oh, we got the Brothers Howdy Shell in the chat right now. Good to see you. They'll be sharing a link for the podcast here pretty soon. Y'all might have to do a lot of editing on that. We might have gone a little longer than they usually go. We just got to talking, and it was real nice. Well, tonight's the big night. It's the first run through of the set we came up with last night for the big show this Saturday night at the Sage Bird Cider Works. And so last night we collectively came up with a set that I never would have come up with on my own. I love that about us. And so tonight I'm going to just play the set. I'll set the timer here, see how long it is, see how much wiggle room we have for banter and stuff. I will say before going into it, last night I was accidentally playing an A harmonica in the key of B minor and found a nice little hook that I wouldn't have found otherwise. I couldn't refine that today, but that did get me just that little kick me out of the box. And I started thinking outside of it and realized that I've never really explored too much possibilities of playing different key harmonicas than I would just default go to. Normally for a song in B minor, I would just play a D harmonica. That's all I knew. And then if it was a B regular, I'd play a B regular. Then it was all just a call whether or not I was blowing straight out like a folk or country song or doing the cross harp for blues. So that song was in G, so I grabbed my C harmonica so I could cross harp. But in C, just blow straight out like a folk song. And then if I'm in A minor, I would use my C harmonica. But what I learned trying to find the harmonica part for Who Am I, which is in our set, the little thing I've always done with my voice was like, there's a B minor, it was like, that's what I always did, just. So I was just sitting here, just sort of thinking it through, and it was like, well, those notes are not on the D harmonica. They're not on the A harmonica I found last night, but then I was like, but maybe they're on the E harmonica. Because, every harmonica, if it's the key of E, the notes on it are going to be the E major scale in different, that's basically all the notes you got is the E major scale. And I look at that and I'm like, all those notes are in the E major scale. Long story short, grab the E harmonica and could play that little part on the E. So I think I'm going to try using an E harmonica so I'm already growing by this endeavor. And I am very excited. Magpies in the chat says, I request substitution of Now's the Time instead of You Got This. Yeah, it's not a bad opener though. And now we've lost a tune. Right now we have Now's the Time opening and You Got This closing. I don't know if I want to open with You Got This. Talk to me more. I'll play another song while people get into their chairs and comfy before we do the run through here. I just referenced a song on the way here and realized I hadn't sung that one in a while. It's always when I think I'm going nowhere, find myself at home like I never knew. Always when I find someone that makes me wonder, when I fall in love, will it be with you? It's not always in my wallet, it's not always in my hair, but it's always morning in New Orleans somewhere. My last call spilled on the sidewalk. Now I'm walking another line. Last thing I want right now is more music. Checkpoint Charlie's okay, I'm fine. Then some brilliant music fills the air. It's always morning in New Orleans somewhere. I'm staying halfway now, between the madhouse and the zoo. I'm awake with one eye closed to the things in me I see in you. It's almost like I've died and gone there. It's always morning in New Orleans. It's always morning in New Orleans. It's always morning in New Orleans somewhere. Been too long since I sung that one. That felt nice. All right, well, I guess I'll just go in. I think I'll just do the set as it's written, and then we can talk about it afterwards and see how it sounds and make any changes. And if we cut a song or swap out a song, we can try the new set tomorrow. And I'm not going to worry about banter tonight. I'll save that for dress rehearsal, which I guess Friday will be dress rehearsal. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, it's exciting. All right, check my tuning. Anybody need anything? Everybody got what you need? Okay, well, maybe we should start over with the... Let's just do it. All right, so it's 12:18. The time is 12:18. Let's see how this works. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from upstairs, big hand for Nathan Moore. Hey, thank you so much. What a night. want you to know there's still people out there hopping trains, somewhere new by morning, dancing like sunshine in the rain. Life is on the grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. There's unseen forces, gorgeous wardrobes. There's magic words to part the sky. There's nothing so wrong with anyone that we can't wear wings and fly. Life is on the grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. Follow your ears to the music, follow your eyes to the light, follow your nose to the sweet perfume, follow your tongue to the bite. Life is on the grand adventure, all out there who are alive. Now's the time, now's the time. Now's the time, now's the time, now's the time, now's the time, now's the time. Tried to trigger the clapping there, but my sound effects aren't on yet. Here we go. That's all right, I needed a little time to switch harmonicas. That's the rub with my move here, is that I do have to change harmonicas. I want them up high, I think. E harmonica. Who knew? Who'd have thunk it? Not me. What? All right. Who am I? I shouted on the corner of two streets. Who am I? I went looking to the bottom of a bottle. I'm somewhere between Baudelaire, Mad Magazine. Sitting there, full throttle. I don't think God makes mistakes. No, I don't think I'm really doing wrong. But some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking I could ever write this world a song. Who am I? I played on a stage last night in Georgia. Who am I? I ate eggs in Mississippi. And on the phone I could hear it. In her voice, she was naked, and I could tell she didn't miss me. But I don't think God makes a mistake, and I don't think I'm really doing wrong. But some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking I could ever write this world a song. Stranger word. Who am I? My mother, she doesn't recognize me. Why would I insult this pitiful world? Looking into the eyes of such beauty, some mistakes, no, and I don't think I'm really doing wrong. But some days I think I don't know what I'm thinking I could ever write this world a song. Thinking I could ever write this world a song. Thank you very much. Now that I've seen the golden highway, now that I've heard from the best, now that I've held a real woman, I'll never settle for less. Saw with my own eyes a true magician. I swear she pulled my secret from her chest. Well, I tried, but I just could not explain it. Now I'll never settle for less. The only trouble is the midnight melting, exploring the heights upon wings of excess. It's a long, long fall to the palace of wisdom, but I'll never settle for less. Once I heard a melody so sweet it made me cry. It felt to me like a caress that took away all my worries. Now I'll never settle for less. Now that I've laid in that river just one more day and I'll be blessed. I got too much love left to give her, and I'll never settle for less. lost my keys just leaning west, 'cause that's where I was graceful. Now I'll never settle for less. I'll never settle for less. I'll never settle for less. Oh, thank you. Too kind, too kind. This is a song I wrote on the last trip I ever took. The song's on my last record, Holler and Hope. It's on all the platforms. You can listen to it. I made that record on my live stream on my YouTube channel during the pandemic, with people recording parts at home and sending them to me and watching me mix their parts into the session live on the YouTube show. This isn't an illness, it's no strange disease. It's just stillness against the maddening breeze that carries those old songs, that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here could understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. When you don't know, there's signs along the highway. And then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I love that living, that life. I swore I'd never stray. But I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay, and it's hard. No one around here could understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. When you don't know where you're going or how you're getting there, you won't believe the magic that rises right out of thin air. And it's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. But I ain't going. Now I'm a really good stop for those that dare. It's hard. No one around here could understand. Yeah, used to be a rambling man. Thank you. So fun. Here's one I wrote back when I was touring all the time, back when I had no fixed address. I don't know if that's actually true. I have to remember when I wrote this one. Oh, wait. It's a different key than last night. I'm trying it in. See what you think. Chicken and rice on the stove, so nice to behold. Home, pitter of feet, the pitter of feet. I'm not alone. It's not just me. I'm home. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. We need more wood. Hey, we need more wood for the fire. Sure feels good to be home. Coast to coast, day to night, it's all good, but there's no place like home. Home. And I ain't ever going out there again, not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. Been letting it go to my head. I'm home. 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 And I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. No, I ain't ever going out there again. Not onto the road, not into the wind. Gonna stay right here with my family and friends. Thank you. Surprisingly, I think this is the only song I'm using a pick on so far. Silas, so good to see you, buddy. I saw you hanging out in the window first. It's good to see you. We're doing a run-through for my set for my show Saturday night. So I got to keep it moving, timing it. We are fallen, but can aspire. We can go for what's out of reach. And I might just get lucky, and the stretching is something, at least. We are dreamers on pillowed clouds. It's too much trouble to look down. There's a madman wailing out there. There's a rational fear of clowns. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. We are empty, overflowing. We are broken, stronger than before. Oh, I might not know where I'm going, but I'm not going back no more. We are not just mother or father. We are not just son or daughter. We are also the great blue heron, standing tall in the shallow water. So if you see me, I hope you see me shining like it's all gonna be alright. Shining like sunlight, shining like sunlight on a never-ending night. Thank you, thank you. This one's the title track from that record I was telling you a little bit about earlier. The song's called Holler and Hope. And I think this song is a long story, don't have enough time to tell it, but it's probably a big reason why I'm standing here tonight. So glad the world can't hear my thoughts. If the world could hear my thoughts, from this world I'd likely be shot like a cannonball. I leave the light on, yes I do. Climb up to where I love the view. Sometimes the dark comes shining through like a cannonball. is not the best. Watch you rob the robin's nest. Watch you swallow the swallow's eggs. Such a sweet song. And I would never think to judge. There's nothing evil in a flood. Don't worry, I forgive you, bud. Such a sweet song. For everything there is a time. For every justice there's a cry. We might not see, we might not shine. Someone will. And when you fall down in a hole, you don't care who drops the rope. All you can do is holler and hope. Someone will. Thank you so much. This has been a real treat. Thank you so much, Chris, for putting this together. What a wonderful night. It just means the world to me to be able to do this. And let's do it again. Here's hoping they can reach us. You know, life's finest teachers, the ones to show us how to do what must be done. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly, the nuts and bolts of flying to the sun. Who can show us where to look? How will we know what must be done? I know it's written in a million books, but we can't read every one. Some say God has a plan for every woman, child, and man, of all the things to think that might be true. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. I can't play piano, can you? But who can show us what it meant when first a string tied to a bow? How do we find our instrument? Who knows? I know it's a sort of prayer to get up and go out there, to know your feet can find a sacred path. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. Once you're on it, you ain't ever looking back. I have no idea how it works from where we get our gifts, but each of us, I am sure, is something nobody else is. You got this. You got this. You you, thank you, thank you. Man, that was fun. Woo! Oh, Dad, thank you, thank you. Too kind, too kind. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, oh, come, no, oh. Thank you very much. So fun. Oh, okay, all right. One more, all right. I didn't think I was going to get an encore. I think that's the wrong harmonica. Should probably be an F. Just practicing this one just in case. Should always have a knife somewhere on you. In the casino, I wasn't gambling. I knew I was going to lose. I walked forever, but I wasn't rambling. I was just trying on some shoes. I met a teller, she told me a fortune. She knew I might not have any. 2.22's exactly what I was down to. $2, 2 dimes, 2 pennies. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. Now I got my soda pop, I got my lighter, I got my pink bubble gum. I got a hot mama be lying beside her when all is said and done. I can't wait to get there. First I gotta go too far. It's hard work playing the fool. I know a shortcut, but it's through the graveyard. Thank God the moon is full. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. Find it unless you're looking. It might be right before your eyes. Give it a try, but don't try too hard. You might become addicted to your size. And friends might avoid you, and strangers might stay with you. Gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just telling you, it gets weird out there. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. Thank you, light, for the life I'm living. Thank you, life, for the light I'm given. For the life I'm living. we go. All right, so the official clock on the set itself, the run through was 32 minutes. Look at that. Pro. I don't know. I mean, that was without any actual banter. I did have a little sense, Swaby, what's up, buddy? Had a little sense that You Got This after Holler and Hope was maybe a little redundant. The finger picking felt pretty similar. They're pretty different songs once you get into it, but I felt like it was a little anticlimactic. Maybe Thank You Life as the closer of the set, and You Got This encore if an encore does happen. That might be a good move. All right, I wasn't really looking at the chat too much during all that, so I'll scroll back and see what insights you had. That was a fun run through, though. I just got to say, we were talking a little bit during that podcast I did, which was super fun. I'll put a link in Discord when it's published. But you know, we were talking about the daily practice quite a bit, and one thing that's been frustrating over the years since we've been doing it is not really drilling down on specific songs. And having so many songs in the repertoire that we cycle through, I would start to grow a little bit on a song, and then it wouldn't get requested for a few weeks, and then it would get requested again, and I'd be like, oh, what was that? We had something cool going on there for a second. So I would feel this growth happening and then get away from it, and then when I get back to it, it felt diminished and like I'd lost that growth. And but I couldn't think of an organic way just to drill down. Like there's something about practice is playing the same song every day and seeing that growth. And we haven't really got to experience that version of practice. And this show has been a great excuse to organically actually feel that. So it's going to be fun playing the same set every night this week. Tightening the bolts, tightening the screws. Okay, Magpie was saying earlier about now's the time and wondering what you think now after hearing it all in context. This was early on in the set. I just think it feels odd to have this following that. Also makes more sense to my brain to have now's the time to close the story rather than open it. I guess you said that while I was singing Who Am I? I do agree with Guy that Who Am I did benefit from not being the opener. So that felt pretty good. Rebecca, this was during the pandemic story, I think. Wait, what? How did I not know that? I'm relatively new here, but mixing the record live, maybe I just forgot hearing that. Oh, yeah. That was deep. But during the pandemic, the live streams were just hours on end. There was no format. And then once we started recording the record, all bets were off. Some of those streams were like 10 hours long. Carl says, I still tell people stories about those many nights. No way to really explain how impactful it was. Oh, I'd love to hear that. That's great. So maybe I'll think on it, but it could be true that sorry, I just started flashing on the podcast again. He asked me about my sign off, and I went right to the be silly, be honest, always trust your cape. But I think he was more intrigued by the give 'em heaven, show mercy. I think that's what he wanted to talk about. Instead, I skipped that because I sort of added that later. Be silly, be honest, always trust your cape was all the way through the pandemic. I even have a sign up in here that says that. But the daily practice has brought in the give 'em heaven and show mercy. But I think that was the part he really wanted to talk about. And so he got hung up on the cape. And I was sort of stumped. Somebody asked me what that meant. And I was like, well, I hadn't really ever thought about it. Catherine and I had a nice conversation about it before she went to bed, though, about just trusting your powers, leaps of faith. Having faith. But it was funny at the time. I was like, not really quite sure. But I felt like that leaving song I felt like we had a leaving song there. All right. Well, tomorrow night we'll be doing again another run through. I'm going to practice a few things tonight. The harmonica breaks definitely need work. I need to calm down for the Never Settle for Less finger work. Any other ideas that you have, please chime in here on the porch, and I'll be looking at it. And thank you so much for egging all this on, for being the ears and brains and hearts to bounce all these ideas off of. I sure do appreciate you. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind whether or not I should do a leaving song, even though I felt like a leaving song. Oh, Brothers Howdy Shell. Yeah, I can't wait. Saturday's going to be fun. You know exactly what I'm going to do. The mystery is dead. No surprises, I don't think. Ryan, first time I've seen you chat tonight. Good to see you, Ryan. Says, always assume Trust Your Cape was a Guy Clark reference. You know, it's funny because I actually got that from my friend Henry, who passed away a few years back, and it was always sort of a tribute to her because that was something she used to always say. So I thought of it in terms of Henry. Wonderful, wonderful woman, great character here in Stanton, and had no idea it was a Guy Clark song till years later. And I was like, oh, that's a Guy Clark song. Look at that. And I listened to it, and I was like, oh, perfect. But there's a sign up in here with a person with a cape, and it's be silly, be honest, and always trust your cape. And we always attributed that to Henry, and I was doing that in tribute to her, and then found out later. So, yeah. There you go. Let's do a quick leaving song. Why not? We did some good work. It felt like a pretty good set. Like I say, I'm curious as to what y'all think about ending with Thank You Life instead of You Got This. How y'all felt about that flow. And then maybe You Got This could be the encore if it happens. Tonight I am thankful for the stars in the sky. Ain't waiting on nothing except for one to fly by. I'm the night watchman, go to bed in the morning. About when you wake up, I'll be writing all night. Sleep easy, lover, are you dreaming about me? I'm dreaming about you, asleep in my poetry. I'm the night watchman, go to bed in the morning. About when you wake up, I'll be writing all night. Way off in the distance, the sun is coming out. Desire assistance, I'm clocking out. I'm the night watchman, go to bed in the morning. About when you wake up, I'll be writing all night. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Now y'all keep up the good work out there. Give them heaven. Show mercy. Be silly, be honest. Always trust your cape.